Welcome to the Manifesting Formula. I'm Christine Rizzo. In today's episode, we're going to talk about the past, how it may be affecting you, and how you have the power to stop letting it, since it no longer exists. I will give you tips and secrets so you can start manifesting everything you have ever wanted, and so you can learn to leave your past behind. Hello, my beautiful friends. How are you all today? I'm doing really well. I've been working like crazy this past week trying to get the next 3 episodes written, recorded, and edited so I don't have to feel the pressure of them not being done and ready to go out when I get back from packing my father's house and moving him back up north. I have to be honest, I've been feeling a bit overwhelmed knowing that this needs to get done. I'm putting a lot of pressure on myself, but I know in the end I will be happy that I did what I needed to do and that I don't have to scramble writing, recording, and editing at the last minute. Nope, that's definitely not how I operate. I am a planner and I have to be organized with content knowing that I will be free from the stress when I get back from flying with my dad up north, where he will be living with my brother and sister-in-law. I would rather be sitting in overwhelm right now, procrastinating, avoiding by jumping on Facebook to interact with the Manifesting Formula tribe. Hey, while we're on that topic of the tribe, if you haven't already joined the Facebook group, what the hell are you waiting for, my friends? Huh? I'm serious. It's time for you to join the group, okay? So once you're finished listening to this episode, connect to the Facebook group through the highlighted link in the show notes. Get your journals out. I have a few affirmations that I want you to write down so you can start repeating them every day. Are you ready? Here we go. Number 1, I create the life I want. Number 2, positive thinking is transforming my life. Number 3, I am calm, confident, and powerful. And number 4, I am at peace with my past. Before we get into this week's topic, which is on our past, and if we continue to live in our past, we will keep attracting the same things from our past into our today. I wanted to give a big shout out to all of those amazing souls listening all the way from Poland and from the state of Kansas. Hello to you all, and thank you so much for listening to the Manifesting Formula and for spreading the word. I am extremely grateful to each and every one of you. Okay, my friends, it's time to come from a place of gratitude so we can start our day off feeling great and so we can keep those vibrations high. So tell me, what are you thankful for today? Today, I'm thankful for this beautiful world that we live in, for the rainbows that come out after a rainstorm, and for all of those twinkling stars that shine so bright in the night. I just love to look up at the sky when it's dark outside and to take in all those beautiful stars that are shining. Okay, so last week we talked about mind drama and how it's really not very useful for us when it comes to manifesting. This week we're going to talk about our past and how we are letting it affect us even though it no longer exists. I'm sure many of you are wondering what your past has to do with manifesting. As I've mentioned before, manifesting isn't just about ask, believe, and receive. There are lots of things in our lives that can keep us from attracting what we want. And my friends, this is the truth as to why a lot of people don't believe that manifesting works, which we know it does because we are attracting every day. The problem that most of us run into is that they don't want to do the work of clearing the blocks that are keeping them from creating what they are wanting. And they are just continuing to create what they don't want. And the past, my friends, is one of them. So answer this question for me. Have you been living in your past? Have you had a hard time letting go of the circumstances that have happened in your past? If you have answered yes to either of those questions, then you are definitely going to want to listen to today's episode because we are getting into your past and how you have the power to not only not let it affect you anymore, but to learn to say goodbye to it so you can start telling the story that you want to start living. So let's get into today's episode and how to change your past. Think about all the things in your past that you want to change. This is some of the most important work that I happen to do with my clients. One of the things that really separates life coaching from therapy is how much we spend time talking about our past. A few of my clients have mentioned that when they were seeing their therapist, they would do a lot of talking about their past. I know for my clients, they have said that talking about their past over and over again was not very useful for them. They hated it, and they felt like they never got anywhere in their sessions. I do believe that talking about your past by telling the truth about something that has happened to you can be extremely powerful. I do think that sharing your version of your story with someone is definitely helpful. Though going over it without ever changing it, I don't find useful in any way at all. And yes, this happens to be my opinion. Your past no longer exists, but in your mind. All you have is this moment where you are right now, the present. The past is over and the future is in your imagination. For some of you, this may be challenging for you to wrap your mind around. So let me tell you how I like to see it. I love planning for the future by setting my intentions, which is what manifesting is all about. Setting your intentions for what you are wanting to bring into your life and visioning it all coming to us, which is all future based. So, the way that I like to look at all of this is that what you have in this moment are the thoughts that you are thinking. If you are thinking about your past, that isn't actually your past. It's your today, thinking about something that doesn't even exist anymore. Because your past is over. And the only way your past actually exists at all is in your thoughts about it today. Let me repeat that again, my friends. The only way that your past exists at all is from your thoughts about it today. Did you hear that? It doesn't actually affect you in any way. Your thoughts right at this very moment, which is in your present moment, your thoughts about your past is what is affecting you. All of your thinking affects you deeply in this moment. But what happened to you in your past cannot affect you today. Let me break this down for you a bit. So there is your past that is over, that doesn't and cannot affect you. And then there is your present thoughts about your past, which are affecting you today. Your past no longer exists, but only in your mind. So then what is your past? Your past is your story about your past, about something that doesn't exist today. That's exactly what your past literally is to you, which is pretty fucking amazing news, right? Because we don't have to keep letting our thoughts about our past affect us anymore if we don't want to. So let me give you a little example. Say you had amnesia and you had absolutely no memory of your past. If I were to ask you about your past, you wouldn't have any thoughts about your past. So it wouldn't be affecting your current thinking. But today, if I were to ask you about your childhood and how you grew up, you're going to tell me your story, your version about your past. I could also ask your siblings or your mother and father about your past, and they would all have a totally different story, a different version of your childhood, because your past exists in their mind in a different way, and your past exists in your mind in your way. When working with my clients, many of them have said to me that they feel so much pain from their past, that their past is affecting them, which really is impossible. There is no such thing. You have a feeling that you are experiencing in that moment. It's not the exact feeling from when you were younger, when you were going through what you did, and that you're feeling it now. Do you see what I'm saying? There's the feeling that you had when you were in your past, and that's over. And then there's the feeling that you have now. The only way that you can have a feeling about your past today is if you think about something that causes you to have that feeling now. My friends, you're not experiencing pain from your past. You're experiencing present pain, the pain that you are creating yourself with your thoughts today. So when you think about your story and about your past, you are causing yourself to feel pain. It may feel like the pain that you felt when you were younger, but it is not the same pain. It's new pain that you are creating with your current thinking in this moment. because you cannot experience pain from your past. What happened to you in your past is over. The pain of that is over. The only pain that continues is the pain you are creating in your mind when you think about it and the meaning that you are giving about your past. I know that I keep repeating myself, but I want you to take this all in and realize what you are doing to yourself. Remember, you are the only one experiencing the pain. You are the only one feeling it. And you can stop feeling the pain by letting go, by forgiving, and by loving yourself enough. When we hold on to the pain and the anger, we stay at a low vibration and we can't attract the things that we are wanting because what we are wanting is always at a high vibration. When we give thought to things that we don't want, we will attract more of what we aren't wanting into our lives. And that is how the law of attraction works. Like attracts like. What we choose to give thought to, we will attract into our life, both good and bad. So here is an exercise that I want you to do. I want you to go through your life and focus on everything wonderful that has happened to you, instead of focusing on the story that you have been telling yourself for so long and all of the thoughts from today that have been affecting you. I want you to focus on what happened in your life that was good. If you currently believe that you've had a really horrible life, you will wind up telling that story. If you decide to tell me that you've had an amazing life, and if you believe that you have had an amazing life, then you will tell that story. What you choose to focus on and how you choose to tell the story of your life truly matters. You may ask me, Christine, why does it matter? Why does it matter if that is how my life really was? Because, my friends, the reason why it matters how you tell people your story is because your story creates your thoughts about your past and how you feel and act today. If you believe you had a terrible life and that you were a victim, you are letting the story of yours not only define you, but you are also speaking it into the universe. And you have been setting your intentions for years through your story, which then means that you are creating that life for yourself through your destiny of what you have been telling yourself and others. And trust me, my friends, this will show up in your life in so many ways. You see, you can look at your life however you want to look at it. What I have found in my life is that when I look at it from a way of everything is meant to happen exactly the way it's supposed to, in order for me to have the life that I'm meant to have, I feel a huge sense of freedom. And I always know, however, something from the past, however that has happened, that's how it was meant to happen. There's nothing I can do about it. I don't overanalyze it and I don't question it. I make peace with it, knowing that is what was supposed to happen because that is how it happened. I know I was supposed to say that because that is what I said. I was supposed to do that because that is what I did. As soon as I believe that, it totally sets me free because arguing with it, I would never win and it never feels good. Get those journals back out because I want to read to you a few wise words from one of my mentors, Byron Katie. Are you ready? Here we go. Byron Katie says, when you argue with your past, you lose, but only 100% of the time. How do you know that it was supposed to happen the way it did? Because it did. And when you argue with it, you will always lose 100% of the time. I have to say, her words truly speak to me. I resonate with her so much. I happen to use a lot of her teachings in my coaching sessions. I just love her. My friend, you get to take from your past what you want, and you get to leave whatever you don't want to keep. It's your past. The only way the past exists is in your mind, and you have 100% control over your mind. You get to decide what you want to think about when it comes to your past. You get to decide how you want to feel about it. You get to decide what you are going to make it mean. There is no pain in your past that affects you now. The only pain that affects you now is the pain that you have in your present. The only emotion you feel right now is the emotion you create with your thoughts right now. Let me ask you these questions, and then I want you to ask them to yourself and journal the answers in your journal. Number one, how can you make peace with your past? Number 2, how do you want to feel about your past? And number 3, how do you want to use your past to make you stronger, more capable, and happier? I like to use my past as my strength. When I think about my past, I feel strong. For example, when I believe that my parents were the exact parents that I was supposed to have in order to become who I am today, I know I had lessons to learn and that my childhood was exactly how it was meant to be, because that is exactly how my childhood happened. That even though at the time I didn't have the parents that I wanted back when I was a child, I know I had the perfect parents that I was meant to have because those were my parents. If they weren't meant to be my parents, I would have had other parents, and I didn't. I wish they could have been better parents and given me the perfect childhood, but then I think I wouldn't have turned out the way I did. And I think I turned out pretty damn good. I want you to look at your past. How do you want to use it? It's yours. It's yours in your mind. Nobody can change it or touch it but you. You get to decide what you're going to make your past mean in your life. Do you want to be the one chained to your past? Chained to the painful story about your past that you keep telling yourself what happened to you in your life? This, my friends, is completely optional. You can change the story. So here is my assignment for you. I want you to rewrite your past to how you want to start telling it and how you want to start feeling about it. Then retell the story of your past in a way that ultimately serves you, that gives you thoughts, that builds up your confidence, and that helps you to feel empowered. If you start to feel negative feelings, then ask yourself why. You get to decide what you bring into your future. It's your future. You get to bring whatever it is you want from your past. And here's the best news. You get to leave anything you don't want to bring with you. It's over. It has no power over you. You can release it forever and move on. If you notice that anything from your past is causing you pain, it's because of the story that you're telling about it, and you get to change the story. Remember, your past is just a story. And this, my friends, you can either choose to keep on telling or you can start telling a different one. You have that choice. And you don't have to take anything that hasn't been serving you with you. You can let go of all those memories by taking back your control and choosing the thoughts that you want to tell. Thank you all for listening to the Manifesting Formula. And thank you all for telling your friends and family about this podcast. I am truly grateful. Have a wonderful day wherever you are in the world, sending you all so much love and abundance. And if no one has told you today, I love you. See you next week. Bye. My friends, if you are interested in coaching with me one-on-one, where we will meet weekly for private sessions, I would love to work with you so you can start manifesting everything that you have ever wanted. In my 6-month coaching program, where we will work closely together, clearing the blocks that are holding you back from manifesting everything that you have ever wanted, I will teach you lifetime tools that you'll be able to use every day in your life. We will meet weekly for 60 minutes through Google Meets, where we will go deeper into manifesting. You will also get access to me in between our sessions through either email, text, Marco Polo, or WhatsApp for when you have questions or if you're going through something that you have trouble figuring out. I will be right there with you. I will also record a weekly video for you on the topic that was spoken about during our session, so you can go back anytime to remind yourself what we went over. You will get super fun assignments that will help to keep you accountable for reaching your goals. You will also get a copy of my book, Unleash Your Inner Goddess, Start Living the Life You Deserve, as well as weekly affirmations sent to you that pertain to your sessions. My friends, this is what it's all about, learning to become a master at manifesting. So if you're interested in going deeper into manifesting and working with me one-on-one, sign up for a 30-minute consult in the show notes. Or you can go to my website at www.christinerizzo.com and sign up for your 30-minute consult. Just click the link in the show notes. It's as simple as that. I look forward to meeting you and helping you create the life you deserve.